So I'm a little bit late to the dance on Jon Jones. He's gotten arrested so many times, and so many of them just fucking blur together. But the last one was he had a girl. I'm imagining she's a prostitute of some class or dancer or whatever, sex worker, because you can't say that she's a whore, because, God forbid, we find out whatever. The girl's in his car with no pants on in his car. I'm sure there's cocaine, and when there's cocaine, there's usually, condoms, his dick pills, all his bullshit. I was, just to go off track, I was listening to the one where he hit the pregnant girl and he ran back and he said to grab his bowl, which is complete bullshit. He ran back to grab a fucking bunch of fucking coke that he probably had. He probably had a half an ounce or more fucking stuffed under the seat or in the glove box because he's that fucking retarded. But he goes on Joe Rogan, why would I run back to get cash? You know what I mean? Why would I run back to get cash? Or why would a millionaire need more money? You know what I mean? Like, bro, shut up. Oh yeah, you ran back to get a bowl. You know what I mean? Like, people, come on, give me a fucking break today. This fucking nerd riding his bike. Get on the sidewalk, you fucking retard. It's just, so he's talking to the police officer on the phone. The girl is completely giving up the ghost, saying that's Jon Jones. He's a UFC fighter. He was driving. He's on the phone. He gets in this, like, drunk coke fucking mode where the cocaine is turning into coca-ethylene in his body, and he turns into, like, he already is a fucking weirdo. I don't even know how people like this dude. He is the biggest piece of shit. No good father, husband, nothing. He is a horrible, deplorable human being. You know what I mean? He's on the phone telling the cop, like, yeah, these people cut throats to people. And he just gets in this drunken, like, where he just slurs into the phone. I remember when he got arrested by Metro Police for beating the shit out of his wife in front of their kids. He starts slamming his head on the car, and then he does his race baiting technique where he starts going, oh, is this what I get? A black man can't drink? I get voted into the Hall of Fame, and this is what I get? I get arrested after? It's like, bro, no, you're fucking driving drunk and you're beating your wife. No, yeah, this is what you get. Handcuffs, moron. So, Conor McGregor, that train wreck, the guy, I don't know what happened with that rape case, but, I'm just going to give you, this is how it ends for both of these guys. It ends, it usually ends in a shitty hotel room somewhere in Hollywood, with a crack pipe in their hand, or somebody robs them of their last $150 after they go through their fortune. It usually ends in jail if they're lucky, but it usually ends with someone murdering them, you know what I mean? Or over a $40, like high school ring or something. It always ends in these ways where I can just tell you, like Jon Jones, I can just tell you how it ends. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk around with a Bible verse on you and talk about being a Christian and do that shit and think that God isn't going to take exception to that. It's just a matter of time, my friend. It's just a matter of time. I couldn't even imagine. I would be these people, a normal person like myself, we're nothing like these losers. So we have no idea, like my ex-girlfriend's one of these narcissists fucking that only thinks about themselves, doesn't think about her kids or her family when she's making all these decisions. Jon Jones, he's the same way. I couldn't even imagine, like, what my kids, my wife, we already know what he thinks about his wife, you know what I mean? Like, so the cop was reading the thing after he hit the pregnant girl. The cop's going, man, this looks like, is this the UFC fighter Jon Jones? It looks like him on this thing. And he's going, what's he got in his car? And they're looking through the shit. And like, this goes out over the, like, this is going to be on the internet forever. She's probably used to this, but imagine just hearing, man, this guy's got a shit ton of condoms in his car, and he's married. You know what I mean? We already know what I'm just saying, like, how, like, what is wrong with this bitch that she would even stay with this dude? Get his money, move on with your life. I mean, he's beat you. I don't know, man. People just, they love, she's probably just as toxic as he is, and it will end up costing her. Got a friend down the street. My friend was talking to me, and I said, he said that the woman that he knows had like a little bit of a black eye. She's like 60 years old. Her husband's like 67. And he's been known to smack her around. And he goes, well, she don't call the cops and she won't leave him. And I said, why? She goes, because he makes like $340,000 a year. He got a bonus. He gets a bonus every quarter for like $60,000 to $90,000, like after taxes. And she's just waiting for him to die. And I go, well, here's the nuts and bolts of that, you fucking moron. There's no money in the world that is worth your amount of time, especially when you're in your 20s and when you're getting older like I am. I'm going to be getting into 50 if I'm lucky in the next 2 or 3 years. There is no amount of money that I'm willing to spend fucking waiting for somebody to die so I can get their fucking inheritance. You know what I mean? Like, you deserve to get the fuck beat out of you. If you're stupid enough to sit in a toxic relationship, and this woman's got money, she could move on with her life. She's just like, no, I'm getting his money. It's like, oh, how far have we... this shit, there's nothing new under the sun. This shit's been going on since we've lived in fucking tents and rode camels. You know what I mean? I just don't know what the fuck people are even doing with their lives that would even be an option. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you've got 5 kids. I know it's going to be rough. Move back in with your mom. Do what you got to do. God will provide a way for you he will provide an escape. But these people that go, money's the root of all evil. Not only is money the root of all evil, the pursuit of money and the things we do. So you're willing to sell the last golden years of your life. So what? What if he don't die till you're 90, bitch? You know what I mean? Like, where are you going to go? With all your millions, you're going to go where? Unless you get a brain transplant and start taking human growth hormone and get mutated into a half robot hybrid like they're planning on doing in their transcendental, Walt Disney freeze your head bullshit. I don't know, man. I just look at people and I just go, that would be the day, man. I just see so many, people putting up with their fucking mediocre relationships. If you're in a mediocre relationship and you don't have kids and you're there's no excuse in life. You know what I mean? There's no excuse in life for any of this shit. Go live your life. Life is, you cannot replicate time, matter, life, fucking years, days, hours, seconds. You can't. That is wealth right there. Owning your shit, owning your time, owning your day, that's where that's wealth. Okay, if you really want to talk about accumulating wealth, accumulate your own time, live your own life. I'm not saying do what makes you happy and hurt others, but like, bro, if you're sitting around like you're 65 years old, you're not even having sex with the dude, his dick don't work and none of that shit, and man, divorce, here goes my big kitty, divorce the dude. I'm not saying go start sleeping around with a bunch of younger people, but fucking, meet somebody. You know what I mean? Like, meet somebody that you can, relate to, or not meet somebody. Just go live your life and see, you know, like, see what, I mean, just go, fuck, man, go buy a cabin in New Mexico or something and start your life over. You know what I mean? Like, don't wait around for somebody to die. That's fucking loser shit.